Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shamak. I have the great millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rachak Wadash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, and His only begotten Son's true name being Yahweh Shai, whom the world incorrectly calls God and Jesus Christ. Okay, and double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who teach and rule well. All right, and shalom to our sincere brothers pushing teaching the truth worldwide. And shalom to all you sincere listeners and you sincere believers. All right, here with an article from the Gateway Pundit. It says, Sweden, get your CV passport and a chip in your hand. All right, this is published November 30th, 2021. So this is recent news. All right, this is definitely recent news. And this is a show that we are living in biblical days, man. We're in the last days. All right, we're in the days of prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, we are at the end, all right, of Esau, the so-called white man's rulership. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to that time. All right, and it's truly happening. Though it may seem like it may seem like we're repeating the same message when we truly are, but it's going to come a time where we aren't going to be able to say these such things and give out these warnings to our people, being the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are scattered all throughout the world, man, all throughout the earth. Okay. And continuing on, says, over the last few years, some Swedish workers have volunteered to have microchips implanted in their hands so they no longer have to carry cash, ID, keys, gym passes, etc. All right, and this is part of that new world order. This is what they're attempting to fulfill worldwide. All right, and Swedish, and they already mentioned, man, they've been doing this for the past few years. So this is nothing new. This has already been in the works, all right? It's already been experimented. It's been tested, all right? It's about to be truly fulfilled, man. It says microchips are gaining popularity in Sweden, and now Swedes are getting the CV passports implanted in their hands or elsewhere under their skin, all right? Going into the MOTB, man. We're living in these last days, all right? That's pretty much the point right there, man. Let me see this. I'm going to read this one part. It says, beginning December 1st, Swedes would need a V passport to go to theaters, concerts, and other large indoor events. All right, and we see that happening right now with look at it. It says microchipping is voluntary for now, but give it some time, and the sea tyrants will make it mandatory in order for people to participate in society, and that's what it's going to come to. All right, and that's biblical. That's true. That's definitely about to happen. Okay, and this is all prophesied, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. And specifically, man, one part of this main prophecy being the MOTB, that microchip implanting worldwide within the new world order. When this coming to pass, lo, it will come. All right, it will come, man. So people, that it's easy to laugh now. It's easy to ignore the message now, but it's going to come a time where you're going to have to face reality. You're going to have to face that microchip, all right? And we're commanded as Hebrew Israelites to not take it, man, okay? We're commanded not to take it or be tortured by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And those that may give question or rebuttal as in, why not take it? You got to eat or we're going to die anyway. No, that's not the case, man. That's not what the scriptures say, man. All right? And the scriptures I'm going to grab that. It says, but I'm going to continue on. It says, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. All right, so the world is going to understand that the Hebrew Israelites were prophesying and telling the truth this entire time, man. This entire time, okay? And let me also grab Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm going to grab verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, because this message and this truth has been pushed for decades, man. All right, starting with the apostles and elders. All right, and the men that taught them, okay, with their elders and their teachers, and passed on down to us, okay. They've been pushing this message and been pushing, all right, this MOTB in this main prophecy of the microchip. All right, though it tarry, wait for it. All right, it may seem like it takes a long time to our people. But what, man, when it's here, it's here. It's not going anywhere. We're going to have to face it. All right. The Lord is giving us time to build up our spirit, build up our faith to endure these times that we're coming into. Think of it like that. All right. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right. And this is all just showing that we're closer and closer to the end. That's what makes these times exciting. All right. This is exactly what makes these times exciting, man. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. It is high time for our people to wake up and take heed and listen to these warnings and take them seriously. All right, to prepare their minds to resist the MOTB, to resist that microchip. Because those that fall victim to receiving that MOTB are going to get tortured with fire by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua himself. All right, a great judgment awaits for you if you do take that, man. Okay, it says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The salvation going to deliverance, getting beaten up on those chariots whom the world incorrectly calls UFOs. All right, it's closer than what we even think, man. All right, when we see articles as such, it's that constant reminder within our mind. All right, yeah, it's about that time. It's getting closer and closer. All right, these articles not gonna just keep popping up and being articles. It's about to be right at our front doorstep sooner or later, you know. But it comes down to, a Lord willing, we able to maintain our integrity, keep the faith until the end, to be saved. All right, that's what's going to count. All right, because this MOTB is going to be pushed by the New World Order, by the elites, by the so-called white man Esau Edom. It's going to be pushed, all right, by the governments worldwide. All right, it's going to come down to whether, yourself and, of course, us examining our faith, examine whether you are able to resist it, man, with your strength. All right, working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, because we fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. That's what has us give out these warnings now, into later on not take the MOTB, not take that microchip implant that's going to be presented by the world. All right, verse 12 says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. All right, and that main light is going to go through is the following of Yahweh Shai. All right, we're looking to maintain that same integrity. All right, so hopping right into the MOTB, that main prophecy with Revelation chapter 13, and I started at 14. Yeah, I started at 14. Okay, and it reads, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do inside of the beast. Okay, and those miracles going into Esau, the so-called white man's technology. He's been able to do more miracle type things where we look as normal today, but 30, 20 years ago, you speak of FaceTime and and screen recording and things of such, man. People will look at you, like, man, what the hell are you talking about? And those are just minor examples right now that I could think of at the top of my head. All right, it says, which had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, and that image going into the system. All right, and that beast going into the revival of the Roman Empire through NATO and the European Union. Okay, it says which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, 'cause that wound, where it was the fall of the Roman Empire, but it's living now today through those same laws and those same legislation, all right, as it was in this past time. Okay, verse 15. And it says that he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, going back to that, going to the system, image going to the system, going to that likeness as the Roman Empire. It says that the image of the beast should both speak, and is caused that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so these are high pressure times that we're about to come into, and we're truly in the midst of right now. All right, through gradualism. All right, we already hearing of talks in those draconian laws and and measures being pushed now through that poison, through this medicine, through that ejection. People losing their jobs, not be able to go into the theaters and indoors now, and then what the Swedes are going to be facing today, December 1st. Verse 16. This is show that we're at the end. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're in biblical days, man. We're in the last days. The Bible already foretold of these times. It's preordained for them to happen. All right. Verse 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, in their body, man, in their skin. Okay, there's no way around this prophecy. Okay? I want to grab, of course, the word mark right there in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And it goes what? It says a stamp, an imprinted mark. All right? It says a thing carved, sculptured, graven work. So there's no way around charagma. All right, within the blue letter on the etymology line, we're looking into the Greek of that word in the mark. Okay, it's no way that can be, as other Israelites and false prophets would mention, for it to be Christianity, for it to be philosophy, for it to be a spiritual. No, this is literal. All right, this is physical. The so-called white man is not spiritual at all. The Israelites are. Okay. So what? A thing carved, sculptured, graven work. Okay. So this is literal, man. This is physical. It's straight to the point. It says what? As a badge of servitude. All right, because if you take that MOTB or you take that microchip, man, you're truly saying that the so-called white man is your God. That's what you're ultimately saying. All right, and that's treason against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and he's going to judge you Israelites. He's going to judge the world. All right, but he's definitely going to judge you Israelites for it, man. Torment you. All right, because this covenant, this agreement in these words are for you. All right, the other nations are going to get their judgment regardless, guaranteed. Okay, verse 17 says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." Okay, so you're not gonna be able to operate in today's society, participate, as the article touched on. The article mentioned that. Just to go quickly back to the article real quick. The article said that come December 1st. Look, it says microchipping is voluntary for now. This is gradualism. So you see right now with those tests, with these shots, it's all voluntary right now. But what it says, but give it some time and the sea tyrants will make it mandatory in order for people to participate in society. That's prophecy, man. All right. That's simple, straight to the point prophecy. Okay. Verse 18, here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 All right, so that's where you have that demon number 666, man. All right, straight to the point. All right, and I also want to grab Revelation chapter 14. Okay, verse 9. Okay, which truly instills fear into those that sincerely believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, and those that are teaching against the microchip, against the true meaning of the MOTB, are going to get judged, man. This is a main prophecy that you do not want to deceive the Israelites on, man. You do not want to deceive the nation. You do not want to deceive those that sincerely seeking Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, but what we understand too, we understand another thing. What? That it's impossible to deceive the very elect. All right, let me see if I can just grab that. I know it's in Matthew. All right, let me see if I can grab that. Matthew 20. Yep, 24. All right, so it's Matthew 24, verse 24. So it's ultimately like there's no way around and there's no getting in the way of Mr. Prophecy. All right, this is why this is such a heavy scripture. This is Matthew 24. Verse 24 says, "For there shall arise false Christs." All right, so you got the false anointed ones, man, false prophets. It says false Christs and false prophets, and it shall show great signs and wonders in it, so much that if it were possible, that they should deceive the very elect. All right, so that means if it were possible, meaning it's not possible to deceive the elect. All right, so false prophets can continue giving out those false warnings. And especially due to the microchip, due to the MOTB, they can continue teaching those lies, man. But it's not going to deceive the elect. That's one thing about it, man. That's what makes it so. It's what makes this truth so special. It's no getting in the way. All right, whoever is meant to understand this truth and understand the MOTB, understand this prophecy, are going to understand, and they're going to be able to have the faith to endure and resist this system. To resist being controlled by the New World Order, being controlled by these elites. All right. So this Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand." All right. That's literal. That's the body. That's physical. All right. It's no way that this ideology or this prophecy can be misconstrued as philosophy. No way around it. But verse 10 says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. Tormented means you're going to be tortured with fire and brimstone. All right, in the midst of the holy angels. All right, it says in the midst of the lamb. The lamb being Yahweh Shai. All right, he's that sacrificial lamb for the Israelites. He went up on that cross for us to gain deliverance in these times we're living in right now. All right, that's special, man. But the world doesn't understand that. They just look at that as some chain and some tattoo. All right, but they're going to soon find out what that sacrifice really meant. Okay, because Yahweh Shai, that lamb is going to get his glory as well. All right, verse 11 it says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name." So we don't even want to experience this, man. We do not want to experience that, being tortured by fire. And this is not some normal fire in the house or while you're cooking. This is going to be in the presence of the holy angels in Yahweh Shai. It's going to be a whole nother level, man. Okay? But those that think it's a game, hey, they'll soon find out. So this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. And it reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." And this is what we're looking to do, man. Keep the word of the Lord's patience. Be long-suffering. All right? Because we don't know how long we're going to have to resist the MOTB. How long we're going to be pilgrims upon the earth. We are not sure at all, man. But we understand that those days are going to be shortened for the elect's sake. So the Lord's going to have that salvation, that deliverance come quick. All right? He's not going to just have us, struggling, down bad for years, man. No. All right? And it was a great, I forgot who mentioned it, but it was a great analogy or an example that the basically the wait is longer than the ride, So we're waiting for these times, though, these evil days to come and hit its climax. But that ride is not going to be that long, man. As you may ride on Disneyland or Six Flags, all right, that ride is going to be, it's going to hit. It's going to hit hard. But it's not going to be as long. Not as long as that wait. And we're waiting. And we're hastening and waiting upon our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. And this is going to back that point up too. It says, "I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." So you see the article mainly pertaining to Sweden or the Swedes, but you got to imagine and put in perspective that this can easily come across worldwide. Especially to China, especially to America, especially to the Middle East, especially to those countries in Africa. Technology is everywhere, and the technology advancements are happening quick. Those updates are happening quick. Okay? It says, verse 11 says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." All right? So this is going to be the hour of temptation. It's going to come upon the whole world. It's going to be worldwide. All right? Pertaining to that microchip. And to back that up, let me go back to the blue letter and go into the root word of temptation. All right? Going into the root word of the base. The base is here. If you let me click on it. It says through the idea of piercing. It said through the idea of piercing. It says Pedron. Okay, Pedron. It says through the idea of piercing. It says what? To pierce. Okay? So that time of temptation is going to be a physical piercing. And what's going into that piercing? That implementation of the MOTB. Of that microchip under your skin. All right? As you seen from the article. So it's happening. Okay? It's happening. And we're waiting for it to hit its climax. Because it's going to be made mandatory. It's voluntary right now, but it's going to be made mandatory. And it is already over here in the United States of America. It is already over here. All right? It's a few companies in Washington, if I'm not mistaken, from the past couple years that have come out about it. All right, so it's over here. It's actually probably in each country. All right, it just hasn't hit its climax, which we're waiting for it to do, and we understand it. We understand as well that it will do. Okay, and lastly, I want to grab Sirach 18. Sirach 18 verse 20. All right, and it reads, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. All right, so that's what we're doing, man. We're reading these scriptures and we're paying attention to the prophecies and what's going on within the news and examining ourselves, whether we have the strength and the faith and the courage to stand up and straight up in great boldness for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, so when that time comes, that we may be able to find mercy, that we may be at all be able to find mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, that's why we're able to give it. That's why we're fearful now and giving out these warnings and warning our people, you know, so that we can find. That's what it's going to come down to, mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's what it's going to boil down to, man. All right, and it's going to happen. We showing the Lord now. All right, and we're going to continue to show the Lord that Lord willing, we're able and worthy to receive that salvation, man. All right. So I'm pretty sure that I cover it all pertaining to this article that had to come out. It had to be mentioned, man, because this is happening, and there's too many lies going against the microchip, man. All right, it's here, you know, and it's continuing to grow, and it's going to hit its climax. It's going to come a time where we're not going to be able to give out these same warnings anymore. All right, because of the famine of the word. But with that, I want to end out by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. All right. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Lord willing, that lesson was edifying and exhorting to you sincere believers. All right. Hey, shalom. Keep the faith.